No, Mr. Jackson isn't back yet. Sorry, I can't ring Mr. Harley. He's in conference. Downstairs? Yes. Over there, please. No, I can't ring Mr. Harley at all. I can't disturb him now. Will you ring back later, please?
Good morning.
How did you get past the gate?
Look, I have a story.
How many times do I have to tell you we don't want a story? We've got one.
I want to see Mr. Harley at once, please.
Sorry, Miss Dane. Mr. Harley's on the loft somewhere.
Oh. Well, Mr. Jackson?
Mr. Jackson should be in at any moment.
Oh, very well. I'll be back shortly.
Shortly?
I said shortly.
Miss Dane, shortly. Shortly? So that's the start. Sort of a tired one.
With her money, she ought to quit and give that face a rest.
Don't be silly. She's worn out 3 already. Mr. Harley? Miss Dane called. She'll be back in a moment.
Well, whatever you do, don't let her in here until Mr. Jackson gets back. I've got troubles of my own.
How about it, Roy?
Oh, now listen, old man, don't bother me with these. We've got a week for this. What I want to know today is that set going to be ready? I've got to start shooting at 2 o'clock.
Well, I'm doing my best, but fate only dies so fast.
Well, fan it, blow on it, do anything you want, but I've got to move in there today. Take it easy, boys. Take it easy. One at a time. What do you want?
Mr. Harley, Otto Schultz is in.
Well, hello, everybody.
Okay, I'll keep him out.
Well. Well, here we are again, us moving picture people ready to...
What is that?
It's one of our backers.
You mean that has money?
Packets. It owns a brewery, accidentally.
Accidentally?
Mm-hmm. His uncle waited too long to make his will.
And me with only 2 mink coats? Why wasn't I told about this? Oh, I'm so sorry. Did I hurt you?
Oh, no. This is... My shins don't hurt.
Now, look, boys, will you all clear out? I've got to do some work on the story.
It's the best number I've ever written. I'm going to re-listen to it. I've never done anything like...
Just a minute, please. All right. I'll send them right over. Boys and girls, they're ready for rehearsal on stage number 3. No.
Uh-oh. Where's my hat? Come. Somebody's got my hat. Hey. Who's got my... You got it.
You want it? Come and get it.
Well, if it isn't Otto, how are you, old boy?
Fine, she stole my hat.
Well, don't you worry. She'll give it back. Peggy's a nice girl. She's got a heart as big as all outdoors.
I went to bed early last night so we could get up and go after those moving picture businesses, you know.
Well, this is only just for the first day, isn't it? I mean, you won't be able to get away from the brewery much, will you?
Oh, yeah. Sure, I can get away every day.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, say, I want to show
You don't have to tell me. I know you've written another song.
How did you know?
All great composers have the same lip when they've just finished something.
Oh, well, only take
Otto,
a minute.
please, could you make it later?
Oh, Mr. Jackson, let me tell you about this story.
Oh, it's you again. Look, Mr. Schultz here is a partner of mine. Tell him. See you later, Otto.
Morning, Mr. Jackson.
There's no pictures in it.
No good. Turn it up.
My manuscript.
Oh, pardon me. Are you Miss Dane?
Yes?
Well, would you like to hear a song?
I suppose all songwriters are a little peculiar, but if you're the one they've hired for me, come on.
Did you bring Gloria Dane's contract?
Right here. Where's the old girl? Hasn't she been in yet?
She'll be back. I'd rather you talk to her.
Well, you knew she was bringing that check this morning.
5 minutes with her upsets me for hours, Pete. I feel too sorry for her.
Don't worry. She won't feel sorry for herself.
The first word rhymes with
Even when she meant something, she was hard to handle, so save your sympathy.
I still wish we could have raised that money someplace else.
Listen, son, we're beggars, not choosers, and angels don't grow in trees. If the old dame wasn't washed up, she wouldn't be paying us to take her picture. Well, look who's here. Why, Gloria...
I heard you. Every word.
Darling, we were just talking about you.
How do you do, Miss Dane? How are you?
How dare you? How dare you say that about me?
Oh, Miss Dane, I'm sorry.
Gloria, darling, don't get excited. We didn't mean it.
Have you the gall to imagine anything you two non-entities could say could upset me?
Well, please, I'd really like to...
Oh, you cheap little threatening halfpenny producer. Why, you ought to bow when you mention my name. To millions all over the world, Gloria Dane means just one thing, the top.
Don't. My heart.
Now you can go and get it someplace else.
Oh, Gloria, darling, you can't do this. Not to us. But think of all the people who'll be out of work, and... Oh, you just can't. And we've got contract and things.
Oh, Miss Dane, I'm terribly sorry you overheard what you did.
You'll live to be a whole lot sorrier you ever said it. I thought your little amateur show might amuse me. Well, it doesn't. Here's a shilling. You may need it for your breakfast.
Well, we're all set for breakfast.
Well, that's about as gratuitously as I ever heard anybody.
Don't you worry, Mr. Harley. I know her better than you do. You couldn't pierce her ego with a machine gun.
I hope you're right. How are we without this check?
Oh, terrible. Tomorrow's the latest. If you don't start tomorrow, there's no use in starting.
Well, what about Otto? You think he'd go for the rest of it?
Hey, what do you think has been paying for all this? What do you think we've been living on all this time? Old beer bottle caps?
Well, what about our money?
Oh, that's gone. 3 weeks ago.
Well, why didn't you tell me about it?
What for? You would have probably wanted to move to a furnished room or something. Anyway, if that check was all in one piece, everything would be all right.
Well, let's explain it to Otto. Tell him we'll pay him back as soon as we can.
Say, have you ever to explain anything to Otto? He
What are you laughing at?
One thing and one thing only, that he has money and everybody else wants it. All he'd get from your explanation is that his dough is gone, and from there on, it's lawyers and publicity.
Well, we're not trying to cheat anybody. Just trying to make a picture.
Listen, pal, I'm not giving the picture business the laugh would have on you about this. Me, I'm only a clown anyway, but this is your chance to bust out that you've been saving and waiting for. Somehow it's got to go through. What are you going to do? Spend the next 10 years like the last 3 directing somebody else's misfit pictures because they won't give us a chance to do anything decent? Nothing doing, pal. We got 24 hours to our deadline. We're not quitting until the last gun. Come in.
What do you want?
Ready for rehearsal, sir.
Okay.
A year from now, you're going to be where you belong, proving you're one of the best guys in this racket, no more than anybody in it.
Thanks, Pete, thanks, but no go. We might as well take our beating. We're broke.
Listen, there's 24 hours to our deadline. Give me that much time, will you?
To do what?
I don't know. Just give it to me, will you? Come on, let's go into the rehearsal. I think much better to music.
Where is the man who writes our music? Where's the composer of this show? What is he late for? What does he wait for? Why should he be so blooming slow? Here are the showgirls set for a number. All I need is a number to set. Where's that composer? Why does he slumber? Hasn't he got my music yet?
Here I am, Mr. Dance Director, but though I've tried and tried and tried, terrible to note, I can't strike a new note, a right tune to save my hide.
Don't stand there making poor excuses. Here are the girls lined up in two. We're in a jam now. Hurry up, scram now. Get me a tune that we can use.
Wait a sec. I've a good suggestion. Now that you find that your brain's gone dry, don't write a cold tune. Just take an old tune, something that's lived in the days gone by.
Steal a tune? Why, you must be crazy. I wouldn't do such a crooked thing.
Others have done it. Why do you shun it? Borrow an old tune. Give it a swing. Borrow a phrase from some old master. Add a few new notes of your own. Heat it a bit to make it faster. Give it a harlot undertone. Don't be a fool and hit the ceiling. What if your conscience may be torn? Everyone knows, although it's stealing, that's how most song hits are born.
It's a sin. That's the stuff to bring it. Well, let's begin. Da 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 da. We'll take it and swing it. That's it. Da 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 ba ba da. Da 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 ba dee da da. Da 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 dee da.
The case to be considered, just as fairly as you can, is of Mr. Johann Strauss versus that young man. The plaintiff says he stole the greatest of his melodies.
The horrid thing. Let's hang him.
Wait and hear both cases, please.
I'm the counsel for the plaintiff.
My, he's handsome, ain't he? Red.
And I call upon the plaintiff now to take the witness stand.
Your name is Mr. Johann Strauss, the waltz king.
Yes, it is.
Then raise your hand and swear to tell, etc., as viz.
Now, Mr. Strauss, please tell the court as briefly as you can the reason for the action you are taking.
I'll do my best, so when I even look at that young man who stole my tune, I'm so mad I start shaking. My famous waltz, the Blue Danube, he took a while ago and gave it what I heard him say was swing. Imagine my chagrin, my consternation, and my woe. Do you wonder that an action I should bring?
And now I call my first witness, Chopin, take the stand. Do you swear to tell, etc.? I do. Then raise your hand. I've suffered more than you and heard from present-day songwriters. They often turned my tunes to gas, nor murmured thanks the blighters. There's a castle in my dream, was my minute waltz, and then we come to I'm always chasing rainbows, which was piece from my finest impromptu.
They steal our best creations and turn them into trash. And for our inspirations, they're paid a lot of cash.
They take our finest phrases to charge upon this court. Let's get the wagon moving.
Order in the court.
I could call these great composers one by one to tell you how their melodies have recently been lifted and turned into what Tin-Pan Alley calls a foxtrot wow. And you'll see when all the evidence is sifted. It's most unfair that present-day songwriters should receive cash and glory for the tunes they've not created. And it's doubly wrong that this young man, the Blue Danube, should thieve. Here my case rests.
Let the other side be stated.
On behalf of the defendant, I will spike the plaintiff's gun by admitting there is truth in what you say. Why, Sigmund Spaeth has written books to show how stealing's done by the eminent songwriters of our day. Perhaps they've sacrificed the grace, the charm that marked someone. Perhaps you think it's out of place to do these rhythmic runs. But oh, brothers, can't you see? The world is fast-paced now, so let the facts be faced now. Here's Exhibit A for you. Here's your Daniel, good and blue.
Look out there, J.D., and remember, we're not in any trouble now.
Yeah, not much. Hello, J.D. I didn't expect to see you back for another week.
What's the meaning of this? Oh, we're doing a picture. You remember pictures, you know. The cinema?
Your jokes are all bad. I suppose this is one of them. Why do I get back and find your new contracts unsigned? And this going on?
Well, you were having such a good time, you had to send a letter taking up our option.
1 day late. You knew I wanted you.
Yeah, but we didn't want you.
I understand you got your hands on a new process for color film.
Now, how do you suppose a yarn like that got out?
If there's anything new in color, I want it. You had better think twice before you start double-crossing me. I'll give you one proposition. Take it or leave it. If your painting's any good, I'll buy it and pay what you owe here. Also, your jobs are open. 24 hours to think it over. A lot smarter lads than you have tried to beat me to the punch and wound up on the floor.
Say, Henry, why is the whole London press hanging around that door?
C'est ça, monsieur.
Huh?
C'est ça.
Oh, here she comes, boy.
you, senorita.
Can I make an appointment for later, please, senorita?
Hold it just again.
Well, in a few minutes, then I will be very happy to see all of you.
Oh, thank you, sir.
What do you think about English weather, senorita? I think it's a little bit too cold for me.
Is this your first visit to London, senorita?
Yes, this is my first visit to London.
Gentlemen, please. Kindly allow the senorita to make an appointment at her pleasure. Senorita, welcome to the hotel.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm very sorry I wire you so late. But sometimes I don't think at all.
We are all prepared for you, senorita. I will come myself to your room to see that we have overlooked nothing.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, I see you, all of you later.
Thank you,
Thank
a little patience, gentlemen, please. A little patience. Thank you, gentlemen. Please, please.
You know, you're awfully nice to people.
Am I, sir?
Has anyone ever done anything nice for you?
It is a very charming thought, sir.
I've got a good idea of putting the Ritz Park Hotel on the screen. This South American girl is a good opportunity.
How would you do that,
Don't
sir?
you worry about that. Just leave it to me. Will you introduce me?
Mr. Jackson,
Not now, Honor. Sing it to me later. You know, she's a beautiful creature, this girl.
Now, senorita, do you mind giving us a few facts?
Facts, they don't interest me. It is the other things in life. Love, laughter, romance. Facts were made for fools.
Tell us a few about your life, senorita. For instance, where's your ranch?
Oh, yes, the ranch. Is 1 to 200 miles from the capital of Pampasuela. 500 from Rio.
And how large is it?
I don't know. I don't know exactly. Between the two big haciendas is 3 days ride.
3 days?
Yeah.
Are you the only member of your family, senorita?
My uncle, Don Miguel, was the last.
And is it true that you have some of the Russian crown jewels in your collection?
I prefer not to talk about those things.
If you please, senorita, just one more picture.
Oh, certainly.
Carla!
Diana! Hello, darling. How are you?
I'm sorry I couldn't meet you. We had a rehearsal.
Oh, that's all right, dear.
Excuse me, aren't you Miss West?
Yes, that's right. Miss West is my best friend, ever since she came to Buenos Aires 2 years ago.
Couldn't you tell us something about the senorita's ranch?
Yes, tell us how big it is.
Well, it's the biggest thing in the world outside the British Empire.
That's right, darling. And now, gentlemen, if you forgive me, I like to be alone with Miss West.
just one of you two together, please.
Oh, certainly.
Thank you.
That's all right. Mr. Jackson, would you mind waiting for me just a little?
My time is your time, senorita.
Thank you. Thank you again, gentlemen. Come on, I want to see you.
Catch that bow? How'd you get so continental?
Well, I'll tell you. I remember my mother telling me a long time ago when I was just that high. She said, son, if ever you meet $5 million, bow very low.
Isn't it wonderful? Have you seen the paper?
Yes, I saw them. You couldn't say a few details, could you?
Yes, I tell you everything while I'm changing. Started on the boat the first night out. I had a little champagne. Everybody was telling how great and marvelous they were. So I had to be somebody, didn't I?
You did.
And the next day, it is all over the boat that I'm an heiress. That night, 4 men asked me to marry them. But none of them has any money.
You know, you're what I call a distinct menace to society. What are those? Something you won in a raffle?
Fake. Paste. I got him from a Russian prince.
Oh, a prince.
Yep. I met him in Florida, just after you left. I'll show you this picture in a minute.
He's a knife.
There. That's the rat.
What'd you carry this for?
That is so I don't forget what he looks like. Someday I will meet him again. I'm going to kick his teeth in.
Forget him, will you? I've got to go.
What, forget the Russian prince? Nothing doing. Listen, he stole $2,000 from me, and you asked me to forget him.
Listen, will you stop talking nonsense? I think I can get you that job in the show.
Oh, darling, do you think I'm going to waste all this publicity? No.
Let's talk sense.
No more making sense for me. For years, I danced the Zumba and finished with paste. Now I'm going to see what happens this way.
Oh, no. No. Tomorrow we'll move you over to my flat. Now, I'll tell those newspaper boys that you're just a little girl with a grand sense of humor.
No, I'm serious, Diana. All I can do is this. And that's not the way to find the gold in the hills. You dig from the top, not from the bottom, darling. There we are. Come and help me, will you?
Sure.
Oh, there's my foot this way.
You know, what you said's all very well. What are you going to pay the butcher and the baker while you're waiting to strike oil?
I have $500 and you have a job.
My salary would just about pay the rent on this little shack you've hired.
Hey, you mean to tell me you're still paying your own rent?
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Oh.
Just an honest working girl. But I haven't got any of these.
Don't worry about that mistake. Somebody will pay for it. Which reminds me, I have Mr. Jackson waiting for me in the other room.
Who is he?
Oh, a big moving pictures man.
Well, he didn't look so big. Who said so?
The manager. And besides, he has money.
Oh, there's logic in that. Did the manager tell you that, too?
No, but he lives in this hotel.
Oh. Well, so do you.
Well, you skip that. I know you think I'm crazy. I tell you what you do. You go and call in that phone and get me some champagne for me and Mr. Jackson, and then I show you how crazy I am.
Okay. Well, it's a good beginning.
I'm sorry I made you wait, Mr. Jackson.
It's awfully nice of you seeing me at all, Senorita.
You're in...
I'm manager of the Melbro Film Company.
Oh.
You know, Senorita, your newspaper pictures don't begin to do you justice.
Oh, you flatter me.
Not at all. I never try to fool smart people.
You're smart, I can see that, not me. What is it you wanted to see me about?
Well, here's the whole thing in a nutshell. Senorita, have you ever considered pictures for yourself?
Well, hardly.
I know this almost seems strange to you, but you're a perfect picture type. You even more so now that I've seen you. You see, we're planning a picture with a South American background. If this interests you, we could put all this publicity to good use. Am I talking too fast for you?
Oh, no, I haven't missed a word you said. Won't you please sit down?
Oh, thanks.
Diana.
I thought I asked you not to wait.
Did you? Sometimes I don't hear very well.
Listen, Eric. I'm way past the point of beginning to get annoyed.
Already? Wait until I start.
I've one shadow of my own. If working for you means taking on another, I suggest we call the whole thing off.
Can't hear a word.
If you read my contract, you'll find just a thing.
Williams, Douglas.
Oh, thanks. Get me some change, will you, son?
Well, rather small stateroom they've given us, isn't it?
I'm so sorry.
Not at all. I won't bother you much. I spend most of my time at the bar.
I shan't be a minute. There's someone out there that I don't want to see.
Well, make yourself right at home. What would you rather have, a scotch and soda, cocktail, or just plain tea?
There he is. Say something so he won't wait.
Operator, let me have Hong Kong. Yes, that's in China.
Thanks. Thanks, D'Artagnan. My grandchildren should hear about you at my knee.
Hey, wait a minute. What's your name?
Sonia, Queen of the Gypsies.
Front page news can't be bought.
Oh.
Your name in association with us is invaluable. Outside of that, my partner and I are interested in promoting and discovering new talent.
Oh, well, you see, Mr. Jackson, I'm not interested in moving picture career.
Well, that makes you different anyways, doesn't it?
You see, my investments take so much of my time.
Oh, you have no manager?
There is no one in the world I can trust.
Oh, it's too bad. Have to do it all by yourself, huh?
Yes. What are you doing this evening?
At your royal command, Senorita.
You're interested in discovering new talent.
That's right.
She's a very clever girl, and if you like her, then we might make some agreement about the publicity, yes?
Yes.
Would you like to have a drink? No?
No. I mean, yes.
Why, Mr. Trump?
Senorita, I think you and I are going to be awfully good friends.
I'm sure of it. Here's to one smart person.
Oh, no, Senorita. 2 smart people.
You really mean that?
I certainly do, Senorita.
All right. Here's to 2 smart persons. Salud.
Salud.
Everything is ready, Mr. Jackson.
How am I doing, boy?
She paying the bill?
Had vision, son. Don't you see those diamonds dripping down? Get the boys giving us those eyes in our walking gold mine.
They read the papers.
You like this, Senorita?
Oh, it's very nice. Such a nice place for my friend, Miss West.
Is Miss West American?
No, she's English. But she's been 2 years away.
2 years away. If I ever get a letter from you, I'll know from which end to start.
Senorita.
Yes?
They are playing your national anthem.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much. Very sweet of you to think about it. Now, you forgive me. Will you please show me to Miss West's dressing room?
With pleasure.
Thank you. I'll be in just a minute. I'll be back.
Every minute will be an hour, Senorita.
Oh, you're so sweet. Isn't he a sweet boy?
A lovely boy. Yes.
How am I doing, boy? Did you get that? The master doesn't go to town very often. When he does, boy, he travels.
Yeah, and a cloud of champagne. Now, suppose you snap out of it for a minute. What have you promised her?
Nothing at all. I didn't want to look that anxious. I left it up to you.
If this West gal's no good, no job, remember.
For the Senorita's dough, she doesn't have to be good. Stick your fingers in your ears.
Nothing doing. I'm not telling some ambitious kid who probably should be pounding a typewriter that she's found the rainbow's end.
Listen, please, just this once. Can't you skip your artistic integrity and concentrate on those cows? Think of it, thousands of them roaming all over the pampas. Our name written on every one.
Yeah? Which end?
What's the matter with you anyway? I'm trying to get you in pictures and you think I'm crazy.
You know, in your funny way, you're probably one of the best. But you're undeniably mad.
Well, do you like singing in these places?
No, but it's money. Pays the rent. You know, those 2 men are only out there because they think you're someone else. It's not fair. You can't do that to people.
Look, in all your life, how many people have worried about you?
Something in there.
So now you're getting all upset about somebody that you don't even know. Do you think they give something for nothing? Huh. When that happens in this world, please call me early.
Either you're making sense or your brand of insanity is contagious.
They are lucky. With you, they're getting more than what they pay for. They want publicity with me? They get it. What if I don't even own one tiny little cow? Nobody knows, so what they don't know won't hurt them.
Maybe they won't like me.
You think that takes care of that. Come in. What is it?
Is you ready, Miss West?
Okay, we'll be there. How about it?
Well, if they should think I'm not too bad, we could tell the truth.
Oh, my sweet. Did you ever fool a man and then tell him?
No. Do I see your point?
Then what do you say?
As long as nobody gets hurt.
I wouldn't hurt anybody.
All right, why not?
Oh, that's a sweet girl. At last you're showing some intelligence.
I doubt it. But anyway, I've nothing to lose.
Well, I tell you what you do. You do the work and I manage. And pretty soon we'll be lighting cigarettes with 50-pound notes.
Say, I'm conservative. Make it 10.
You make it 10. I make it 50.
The way you've been acting, I thought you'd arranged to get it.
Roy, listen to reason. She's transferring her whole account over here.
That'll take 10 days.
Well, we've got enough money of ours to keep us going for 10 days.
I wouldn't take that chance.
Listen, you believe in your job, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm just as good at my job as you are at yours. Okay, hold on to your hat. The power is about to be turned on.
Oh, look. It's the beginning.
Senorita, you don't know how right you are.
There's the girl.
Do you know her?
Yes, I met her in a telephone booth.
I really must appeal to you for aid. Officer, it's circumstances that are most unkind. I had a little view, but now it's strained. Officer, I mean it simply popped out on my mind. I hummed it all the morning, for it's quite my favorite air. Then it left me without warning. Have you heard it anywhere? Have you happened to notice a little lost tune? It suddenly left me today about noon. I think it went this way, da-dum, dee-da-dum, or else it went this way, da-dum, dee-da-dum, to help you in tracing my little lost tune. I must tell you the words are about moon and June. So if you should find it, just sneak up behind it, see if it went this way, da-dum, dee-da-dum, or if it went that way, da-dum, dee-da-dum, and then if you please bring it back to me soon, for I'm lost myself without my little lost tune. Have you happened to notice a little lost tune?
Why, when did you lose it?
Today about noon. I think it went this way, da-dum, dee-da-dum.
Perhaps it went that way, da-dum, dee-da-dum, to help us in tracing your little lost tune. Can you tell us the words?
They're about moon and June.
Well, if we should find it, we'll sneak up behind it.
See if it went this way, da-dum, dee-da-dum.
Or if it went that way, da-dum, dee-da-dum.
And then if you please bring it back to me soon, for I'm lost myself without my little lost tune.
Good evening, Mr. Sears.
Good evening, my dear. Well, who's here with who's what?
Oh, it's just one of those nights that everyone brings their own.
Scientifically interesting, but neither...
What were you thinking about?
Wasn't even thinking. Just having a good time.
You must like me a little. We've been dancing an hour.
Hello, Jerry. Oh, business looks good. It always is. How's the new romance? What's that? Diana West. Oh, you're almost good for a press notice. Practically every night for the last 2 weeks.
Does 2 weeks make it a romance?
Your version, yes. I've seen you working before.
Jerry, do you ever get tired of minding other people's business?
Minding my own business doesn't pay dividend.
Everything I've told you was dead on the level.
Even that you say too well, stranger.
I've had a picture of you somewhere in the back of my head all my life.
Come on. I've been out before, you know.
Look, let's sit down. Maybe you'll believe my big, honest eyes. Come on. Now, will you sit down for 2 minutes and listen?
No, it doesn't add up right.
That's the only way important things ever happen. Sort of sneak up on you. You know, whoever it is that lays out the pattern for things was especially good to me this afternoon. It was my day.
You don't know anything about me.
I know all the important things. The other things, such as where were you born and how many cousins have you, well, we've plenty of time for them.
Give me a little time on the rest of it, will you? Oh, hello.
Oh, pardon the intrusion, but I thought perhaps you were forgetting what time it was. I'm sorry, but I've got to get my show on.
Mr. Williams, Mr. Harley.
How do you do?
How do you do?
It's all right. I haven't forgotten the show.
I'm sorry, but I was watching you, and I thought perhaps you had.
Well, thanks, old man.
That's quite all right. See you later, Diana.
I don't like him.
Have you met him before?
No, but I just don't like the way he looked at you.
Neither did I.
Darling, are you going to get dressed now? Well, I go with you.
When will I see you?
Oh, I'll come back.
We see you later.
Say, that silly grin. What's the matter with you?
Hey, how long's this been going on?
Oh, Harley and Jax. Yeah. Remind me to annoy them in a few minutes, will you? Can I sit with someone who hates me?
Drop down any place.
Thanks so much.
Uh-oh.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Well, how's the old keyhole peeper?
Slow, very slow. What's this about you leaving J.D. Myers? How'd you escape?
With a rope ladder at midnight.
Is he going to let you climb back when he knows your money's gone?
These may be your business hours, but they're not mine.
I see. So your evening with the cattle queen is purely social.
Very pure.
I'd like to give you a friendly tip, Roy.
Look out, there's a fast one coming.
I hate to shatter love's young dream, but your romance of the evening belongs to mine host.
What do you mean?
That's William's territory.
You're a liar.
I'm sorry, it was kindly meant.
Hey, wait a minute, that's champagne. Whoa, not at these prices. Where are you going?
What do you think?
Did I know?
You get a terrific kick out of making trouble, don't you?
I get a kick out of watching you chiselers trying to out-scramble one another.
You know, I'd like to tear you down and really make something useful.
Oh, in your own image, oh boy.
So, this Williams guy, he likes you, huh?
It's always my luck to draw the boss.
Well, if you don't like him, why do you go out with him?
He behaved until a few days ago. I might have known he wouldn't last.
Sure, you should know those things. You know all men are alike.
I'm not so sure. Am I completely wrong, or is he awfully nice?
Huh? I thought you said you didn't like him.
Oh, no, I don't mean Eric.
Well, who then? Yes, come in. Am I in the way?
Oh, it's all right with me.
Well, it's all right with me.
It's all right with me, too.
Will you answer a question?
If I know the answer.
Are you Eric Williams' girl?
Well, I know the answer to that, and it's none of your business. Now, will you get out of here?
I've spent 2 hours telling you completely, honestly, and sincerely that I'm crazy about you. If this is true and you kept quiet, let me do that. I want to know.
Well, I guess that calls for an answer. Whoever told you that was lying.
Thanks. That's what I said. I'll be waiting for you.
Just that lovely dress that made you think you'd found so much charm in me.
Oh, no, you're beautiful.
I hate to disagree.
Oh, so beautiful.
And will I ever be, oh, so beautiful.
Oh, yes, because you see, I'm in love with you.
Say, have you seen Mr. Harley anywhere?
How could I see anything? My eyes aren't open yet.
I'm not kidding. I just woke up and found out he's been out all night.
That isn't the first time, surely, at his age.
Never mind the funny cracks. Don't worry. Guy's been working too hard. Maybe he's wandering around somewhere. Maybe he's lost his memory. Those things happen, you know.
If I was as tired as that man, I'd sleep under the first rock I came to.
Well, if you hear anything about it, let me know, will you?
I know. Mail, Mr. Jess.
Thanks. Hey, Roy, wake up. Long shot's all right. Now we'll move in toward closer. That's fine. Okay. Hey, fella. Oh, it's you, Peter. Oh, come on, take it easy. Gee, for a second I didn't know where it was. Say, what's the idea of camping here? Oh, I didn't get out of the cutting room till after 4. Couldn't make home. Too tired.
Anybody in here?
Mr. Jackson's in and I'm all in.
Oh, very low humor, even for 8 in the morning.
See me later, I get funnier.
Good, I'll be back. Morning, gentlemen.
What's the matter? Did you stay up all night, too?
First fresh air I've smelt in years. Awful stuff, isn't it?
It doesn't improve you much. What do you want?
I want to know about this.
Somebody must be dreaming.
I know there's something in it. You've been shooting in color for the last 2 days.
So what?
Important trade news. You give me the lowdown, and I'll keep it quiet. I won't say anything until you tell me I can print it.
All right, Pete, all right. We only have an option on the patent. Roy has been doing the final laboratory work himself, perfecting it with the last dime in the world we have between us.
Why take all the trouble to dig up money to produce a picture?
Because we've got to show the process in a final full-length feature picture by the 26th or we lose the option. We've only made one reel in color, and we're still inside the contract.
Pull the option and duck all the grief.
Compared to what we could make by keeping control and renting it, what we could get for the option is nothing. Good luck.
He's still bad news.
Me too.
What happened?
Mr. Smith called. I wouldn't put him through while he was here. He said, do you think his laboratories developed film for nothing? I said no.
Stick to his line.
Well, he said if he didn't get the money when the job was finished, he'd put an injunction in against you and stop you showing the film.
Huh.
He also said for Mr. Jackson not to bother to try and laugh him out of it.
Tell him we'll put a check in the mail the day after tomorrow.
Okay.
But the day after tomorrow is the 26th. If we don't show that night, we're sunk.
Don't worry, we'll be there in a blaze of glory.
Well, what about the dough? What has Carla got to say?
She has definite word it'll be all set tomorrow.
Are you certain she's not trying to walk out on this?
Well, I feel silly after what I've said, but I'm giving a little party tomorrow night. Carla and I are announcing our engagement.
Well, you old son of a gun.
Yeah, it was all set last night.
Put it there.
Yeah, I thought it all over. It was silly to let her money stand in the way. Why you let $5 million spoil your happiness?
That hurdle might have whipped a lesser man.
Well, I've taken over the Parkview route. We'll invite the cast and all the newspaper boys there. Well, girls, how do you like my party?
I think it's grand, Mr. Jackson. It's so nice that I simply hate to mention last week's salary.
She's kidding, but not much. Wrap up your worries, little girls, and let joy be unrefined. By this time tomorrow night, I might even promise you a little bonus.
Oh, thank you.
You're lovely girls. You've got a grand show, but if you'll pardon me, I've got work to do over here. Chacha, just leave that here, and then I won't have to keep looking for you every time I want you. That's the stuff. This is the way life was meant to be lived. This is the old vaquero's night to howl.
Hello, Peter.
The Memchos.
Ever seen Roy?
I said he's close to the studio. He'll be here as soon as he's through.
Oh, that's something to hope for anyway.
Fine friends, you two. Talking about me behind my back, eh?
And I still don't believe it.
The Memchos. Howdy, stranger.
I've aged a little, but I thought you'd recognize me.
How'd you feel?
Walking in my sleep. But who cares? The job's finished.
Good boy.
Say, tonight's a party.
Oh, look! Let's go dusting the stars. Put the world in your pocket. Rocket high up over the sun. Stardust and sun. We'll go calling on Mars. Ride the ring around Saturn. Fraternize with Venus as well. Stardust and swell. We'll skim the cream from the Milky Way. Tell the moon what songwriters say when we're all through dusting the stars. We'll come back in our rocket, lock it up till evening, and then gaily together we'll go dusting the stars again.
It's quite the latest, up-to-datest, and the greatest thrill since man learned to fly.
Let's go dusting the stars. I saw 3 on a bottle. We can polish off for a start.
Don't be so smart.
We'll go calling on Mars. Make him stop all his war scares. Tell him we've got trouble enough. We'll call his bluff.
Just like the cow in the nursery tune. We'll take one jump over the moon.
Yes, sir, we'll go dusting the stars.
I might linger with Venus.
Offer my dead body you might.
Off on a skylark, we'll go dusting the stars tonight.
It's a beautiful party and all that, but somehow you got me frightened.
Good evening, Senor Harley. How are all the troubles?
Outside of you, they don't exist.
Well, I take my hat off to you. How'd you do it? You were broke this morning.
You got hold of some bad information.
Yeah? And why'd you owe everybody in town? Costumiers, laboratories, last week's salaries. Don't get me wrong, I'm on your side. I'd enjoy seeing the great J.D. take a beating for once.
You'll get one.
Can you get the money by tomorrow? He's tipped off your creditors that if they give you a break, they don't get his business.
He only thinks he's got us tied up. We'll have the money by tomorrow.
So you really caught the cattle queen.
Not the way you mean it. She's getting a straight deal. We've got a fine show and she'll get hers back 10-1. She also gets a piece of the profits from the color process. I might as well warn you about something now.
Good. I haven't been threatened all day. Makes me feel I'm slipping.
Very shortly, you'll hear Carla's engagement announced to Pete.
Pete and the senorita?
Carla's financing us, and she's marrying Pete. If between these two facts you draw any of your wrong conclusions, I'll beat your skull till it rings like a Chinese gong.
You sound as though you mean it.
All of it. Nothing's on the level with you, Jerry. Nobody ever gets a break. But this is one time you're keeping quiet.
You've got me wrong, Roy. I'm willing to give anything a break if I believe in it. The trouble with this business is you can't believe in anything.
I don't care whether you think Pete's on the level or not. If you want to keep breathing, act like it.
I wish him all the best. I mean that, Roy.
Thanks.
Well, there's something to say for a wife with $5 million.
Provided you say the right thing.
Indubitably. Happy days, sweetheart.
Oh, Diana,
Carla, how could you? Whatever possessed you to do it? Their whole lives, their careers, everything.
I didn't know it was for this picture. All he said to me was, will you put some money in this company? And I said yes. I was afraid if I said no, you wouldn't get the job.
It's my fault, too. I should have stopped this a week ago. What are we going to do?
It is not your fault. It's that Jackson, that liar. Why didn't he tell me the truth?
His Excellency the Ambassador for Venezuela.
Did he say Pampasuela?
Yes. Hey, where do you think you're going?
I gotta get out of here.
Oh, no, you don't. You stay right here.
Diana, don't be crazy.
You listen to me. We've got 24 hours to get that money somewhere. Until then, you're still the cattle queen. So pull yourself together.
Yes.
Your Excellency, this is my partner, Mr. Roy Hall.
He's coming. He's going to start to ask questions. Then what?
You talk Spanish. That'll help.
But, darling, I found Pampasuela on the map with a pin. I don't know anything about it.
I don't care if you know nothing. All I know is we're going to see this thing through.
But the ambassador...
I don't care about anything. You're going to give me until tomorrow night to get them out of this hole.
Oh,
I have great pleasure to introduce to you my friend Prince Dmitri Rossov. He has only been a few hours in London.
How do you do? I'm so glad you did. My partner, Mr. Holly. This way. Your Excellency, may I present my fiancée, Senorita Carla de Helva.
Senorita, it is with great pleasure that I meet so distinguished a countrywoman of mine.
Lost your voice? Oh, darling, it's a shame.
She's lost her voice. Oh, I am so sorry. I like to talk to you later on at home. It is so long that I have been away.
Listen, Pete, I still can't believe Diana was in on this.
Oh, you're the biggest sucker I've ever seen. At least I know when I've been one.
But what for? She could have had the job.
Roy Chislers don't figure that way. I know I've been a Chisler. If I live, I'll be one again.
Well, I'm going to give her a chance to talk anyway.
She doesn't want to talk to you. Why do you think she ducked out tonight? She's got all she wants. And I thought I was the world's smartest boy. Hello. I told you I didn't want to talk to the cattle queen. Don't bother me again. What? Who? Oh, okay. Put him on.
Hello, little Lord Fauntleroy.
Jerry Sears. I suppose you want to tell me how happy you are.
This is the happiest night of my life. Do you know that tonight you nearly ruined my career? Yes. You boys actually softened me up. But it's all right now. Get that other great lover on the line, will you? Listen, Don Juan. Your future bride's exactly where I told you she'd be 2 weeks ago. Did you say where? Up in Eric Williams' flat. Happy dreams.
Hello. Get me Mr. Eric Williams, Portland Square Mansions.
Leading with your chin again, huh?
Hello, is Miss Diana West there? I'd like to talk to her.
Yes, she's here. Who wants her? Hello.
Don't worry. If that was Roy, he won't come up here.
You may be sure of that.
Or any other place that I'm liable to be.
You're breaking my heart. What was that call for? To see that you arrived safely?
I tell you, he didn't send me here. Some kind friend must have told him. Anyway, it doesn't matter now.
Hey, listen. You're not going to be sap enough to do Sears the favor of going over there and starting a fight, are you?
Fight? For what?
What did he say on that phone?
He said, yeah, she's there. Who wants her? Who wants her? Not bad, eh?
Hey, listen, pal. You know, you haven't been drunk in a long time. Do you know that?
Well, it won't be long now.
Ridiculous to everybody. He thinks all he's got to do is to send you here. Now throw money at you.
He wouldn't touch a cent of your money. He's far too... You wouldn't understand.
Just how do you propose to give it to him?
I'd find a way somehow, so he wouldn't know.
Now listen, just because I've been a fool about you, don't let that confuse you. You're the only thing for many years that I have been a fool about.
Listen, Eric. I've told you the absolute truth. Any ghost perchance I had left with him, I've thrown away by coming here. All I care about now is getting him out of the mess we've helped to get him into.
You know, you may think this seems pretty small. It's not hurting me a little bit seeing you here like this. I've let you treat me like a schoolboy for 2 months.
I've never been anything but straight with you, and you know it.
You want this very badly, don't you?
More than anything in my life.
I might take a gamble on you.
Then you'll do it?
I said on you. On whether or not you're able to keep a bargain when you've made it.
What is it?
I'm flying to Berlin tomorrow night. I hate traveling alone. Those are my terms. I give you my word for it.
All right. Send the check round to my hotel. Tonight.
Boy, you're what I'd call the finer type. Yes, the real old-fashioned gentleman.
What do you want?
I've happened upon the most unusual story of my career. Yes, you, by the way, aren't going to look at all good.
You won't print that.
That's where we disagree.
What's your price?
No. This story had run you out of town anyway, no matter about the other things I know about you.
No, don't worry. No one's listening.
Where I was, others can be. No. I'm no copper, and I've never worried about what I've got against you. But I'm afraid I shall have to pull it out of the bag.
Go and write your short stories at home. Get to business. What is it?
Eric, why did you change your name 10 years ago? What sort of passport do you travel on these days? Must be fake, mustn't it?
Someone's been fooling you very badly.
Once did a favor for a pal of yours, a fella called Blackie. Yeah, he told me.
You're a liar. And I wouldn't go around talking if I were you.
I only want to explain that I'm more than one shot in the locker to stop you with.
How much do you want?
Oh, shall we say, £2,000?
What's the matter?
I say, old boy, I hate to disturb you, but would you mind telling me what country this is?
Why don't you send for the papers?
Roy! Roy, what time is it?
What's the difference? You're not going anywhere.
It's 9 o'clock. Joe! Joe!
Hey, you act like you're still cockeyed. They're not going to let you out. Telling me if you know just how we happened to get in here together?
The last time I told you anything, I got this. Joe! Joe, get a move on! I had to have you arrested in self-defense. Yes, it would have been nice to drive to France, underwater. Why didn't you call me at 8 o'clock?
Didn't have the heart, Mr. Sears. You were sleeping so nice.
Hey, what kind of a jail is this?
Roy, I only found you at 5 o'clock this afternoon. If you want my trade in future, call me on time.
I'm sorry, sir.
Come on. We can just about make it.
Make what? I have the rest of my life to hurry no place.
Do you want Diana to go to Berlin with Williams?
Diana? Williams? I never heard of either one of them.
Well, sober up and I'll tell you all about it.
Hey there, impresario. Where's the other half of this outfit? Where's Harley?
That's what I'm wondering.
If anybody told me you fellas did that in 2 weeks with a cast that nobody ever heard of, I'd have the wagon back up and take them away. It's a great show, and I'm going to release it for you.
There they are. Hey, where have you been?
I just got him out of jail.
Where is she?
Midnight Follies, and hurry up. Get going.
Come on, beat it, you. Right away.
Ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant surprise this evening. Miss Diana West is in the audience. There's a very good song in her new film. I wonder whether she'll be good enough to sing it for us.
Is this your idea?
No, honestly, if you want to, we'll slip out now.
No. I think I'll say goodbye to myself first. This is possibly the last song I shall sing.
Well, I had to have a little time for Jackson to use your other check.
Thinks there's a couple of Boy Scouts. Have a drink.
What's the matter with him?
All right, you win.
You're so beautiful, so sweet, so chic, so gay. Oh, so beautiful, you take my breath away. If I touch your hand, then will I...
The picture's a big success.
Oh, is it finished?
It can't be true that anyone like you could waste a second long for a girl.
We're going to make a lot of money. Boy, we're going to make millions for everybody. Why, there's my little cattle queen. Hello, honey.
Don't you honey me, you liar.
J.D., I want you to meet my future wife.
Oh, no.
You really mean it?
Yes.
Oh, darling, what a grand fight we're going to have all our lives.
Bless you, my children.